Something big might be happening at CBS, and it involves one of the most recognizable faces in morning television. For more than a decade, Gayle King has been the steady, trusted voice millions wake up to every morning on CBS Mornings. But now, reports claim that her time in that anchor chair could be coming to an end. And it's not just about her. Insiders say the entire network is in the middle of a massive shakeup that's already cost several people their jobs. So what's really going on behind the cameras at CBS? Why is Gayle King suddenly at the center of all this change, and what does it mean for the future of the show? Let's break down everything that's been revealed and what might be coming next. Before all the headlines and rumors, Gayle King had already built one of the most respected careers in American television. She didn't just land on the national stage, she climbed there. Gayle began her career as a production assistant at WJZ-TV in Baltimore, working alongside a young Oprah Winfrey, a friendship that would later become legendary. From there, she moved through the ranks, anchoring local news and earning a reputation for being warm, genuine, and unshakably professional. By 2011, CBS was struggling to find the right voice for its morning show, someone who could blend hard news with a sense of humanity. That's when Gayle joined CBS This Morning, now CBS Mornings, and everything changed. Her calm yet confident presence helped reinvent the tone of the program, steering it away from flashy segments and toward authentic, story-driven journalism. Over the years, she's delivered emotional interviews, covered breaking stories, and faced down controversies with composure, even the most uncomfortable ones. Whether it was her calm handling of tense celebrity interviews or her powerful coverage of national tragedies, Gayle's on-screen integrity made her a pillar of trust for CBS viewers. But even icons face crossroads, and now, after more than a decade at the top, Gayle King might be preparing for her next big move, one that could reshape not only her career, but the future of CBS Mornings itself. According to multiple reports, including Variety and Page Six, Gayle King is reportedly planning to step away from the CBS Mornings anchor desk sometime next year. The word inside the network is that Gayle could be transitioning into a new role within the CBS family, possibly creating or hosting her own project instead of the early morning grind she's been doing for over a decade. While no official confirmation has come directly from Gayle herself, insiders claim discussions about her future began quietly months ago, following the appointment of new CBS News editor-in-chief Bari Weiss. Sources suggest the move isn't a sudden decision, but part of a larger restructuring plan happening across the entire news division. Still, CBS isn't ready to let this story spiral out of control. A spokesperson told TMZ that there have been no discussions with Gayle about her contract, which currently runs through May 2026. They added that she's a truly valued part of CBS, a carefully worded statement that neither confirms nor denies the reports. In other words, the network is trying to keep calm while the rumors swirl. And with CBS already losing a few big names in recent months, this latest development has many wondering, is Gayle King really about to say goodbye to morning television, or is something bigger happening behind the scenes? To understand what's happening with Gayle King, you have to look at the bigger picture, because her rumored exit isn't happening in isolation. CBS News is currently going through one of its biggest shakeups in years, and it's all being led by newly appointed editor-in-chief Bari Weiss, who stepped in with a clear mission to overhaul the network from top to bottom. Since taking charge, Weiss has been making bold and some say brutal decisions. Reports claim that 2 major streaming shows were axed, nearly 100 staffers were cut, and several longtime correspondents and anchors were quietly shown the door. The message is clear. CBS is changing direction fast, and no one's seat is completely safe. For many inside the building, the atmosphere has shifted. What was once seen as a stable, legacy newsroom now feels more like a company in transition, one that's desperately trying to modernize and keep up with faster, digital-first competitors. And amid all this change, even a powerhouse name like Gayle King isn't immune to the ripple effects. It's also worth noting that Gayle isn't the only big name affected. Earlier this year, Norah O'Donnell, who previously helmed CBS Evening News, also stepped down from her anchor role and took on a new position as senior correspondent. Many now see her career move as a possible preview of what Gayle's next chapter could look like, a softer transition rather than a clean break. The network insists it's all part of a long-term plan to evolve with the times, but behind the scenes, staffers are reportedly anxious. Some insiders even describe the newsroom as tense, with people quietly wondering who's next. And that's why Gayle King's potential departure has become such a major talking talking point, because if she's being moved and no one's role is off limits. If Gayle King really does step away from CBS Mornings, it won't just be another staffing change. It'll mark the end of an era for both the network and its audience. For more than a decade, Gayle has been the emotional anchor of the show, the voice that brought warmth and credibility to a network often overshadowed by its competitors. Without her, CBS Mornings could face a major identity crisis. Viewers who followed her for years might find it hard to connect with a new lineup, especially in a TV landscape already struggling to hold audiences. Networks like ABC's Good Morning America and NBC's Today thrive on familiarity, and losing someone as established as Gayle could shake viewer loyalty in a big way. For CBS itself, this move could go two very different ways. On one hand, a refreshed format with new talent might help the network modernize and appeal to younger viewers, something executives have been reportedly pushing for under Bari Weiss's leadership. But on the other hand, losing Gayle could alienate longtime viewers who tune in because of her. It's a high-stakes gamble, and one that could reshape CBS Mornings' ratings for years to come. As for Gayle, this could be a defining moment in her career. Whether she moves into production, develops her own show, or transitions to a different platform entirely, her influence isn't fading anytime soon. She's one of those rare anchors whose brand is bigger than the network, which means wherever she goes next, the audience is likely to follow. At this point, nothing about Gayle King's future is officially confirmed, but the signs are hard to ignore. Reports are swirling, leadership is shifting, and CBS is clearly in the middle of a massive identity reboot. Whether she stays, transitions into a new role, or eventually steps away, one thing's certain: Gayle King has already cemented her place as one of the most respected figures in American journalism. If this truly is the beginning of her next chapter, it wouldn't be a quiet one. Gayle has always reinvented herself when the moment demanded it, from local anchor to national host, from trusted interviewer to cultural icon. And with CBS reinventing itself under new leadership, the timing feels too aligned to be a coincidence. For viewers, this might be a bittersweet moment. The show that's been part of their morning routine could soon look and feel very different. But change isn't always bad. Sometimes it's just the start of something new. So, is Gayle King really preparing to leave CBS Mornings? Or is this just another twist in her already legendary career? Either way, it's clear something big is brewing behind the scenes at CBS, and the story is far from over.